Rumpole and the Golden Thread by John Mortimer. This book is read by Frederick Davidson. The book bears a dedication for Jacqueline Davis. Rumpole and the Genuine Article. I would like to dedicate this small volume of reminiscences to a much abused and underappreciated body of men. They practice many of the virtues most in fashion today. They rely strictly on free enterprise and individual effort. They adhere to strong monetarist principles. They do not join trade unions. Far from being in favour of closed shops, they do their best to see that most shops remain open, particularly during the hours of darkness. They are against state interference of any kind, being rugged individualists to a man. No, I'm not referring to lawyers. Will you please charge your glasses, ladies and gentlemen, and drink to absent friends, to the criminals of England. Without these invaluable citizens there would be no lawyers, no judges, no policemen, no writers of detective stories, and absolutely nothing to put in the news of the world. It is better, I suppose, that I raise a solitary glass. I once proposed such a toast at a chambers party, and my speech was greeted by a studied silence. Claude Erskine-Brown examined his fingernails. Our clerk Henry buried his nose in his Cinzano Bianco. Uncle Tom, our oldest inhabitant, looked as though he was about to enter a terminal condition. Diane, who does what passes for typing in our little establishment at Equity Court in the Temple, giggled, it is true, but then Diane will giggle at almost anything, and only become serious, I've noticed, whenever I make a joke. A devout barrister known to me as Sam Bollard, of whom more, unfortunately, in the following pages, took me aside afterwards and told me that he considered my remarks to be in excessively bad taste, calculated to cause a breach of the peace and bring our chambers into disrepute. Well, where would he be, I asked him, should the carrying of housebreaking implements by night vanish from the face of the earth? He told me that he could manage very well with his civil practice, and happily didn't have to rely on the sordid grubbing for a living round the Old Bailey, which I appeared to enjoy. I left him, having regretted the fact that men with civil practice are often so remarkably uncivil when addressing their elders. So, as the night wears on, and as my wife Hilda—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?